Welcome and thanks for stopping by. Today I'll be making baked salmon, baked red potatoes, and baked asparagus. Let's get started. Okay, I've washed my red potatoes and I've dried them. I'm just going to switch sides. I'm going to just cut them in half. Just in half. That didn't work. Go back over here. Cut in half. In half. This is an easy meal. And it's good for you. Well, the salmon is good for you. The potatoes are not bad for you, but you don't need a whole lot of those. Okay, I've cut those in half. I'm going to set them aside. And I have washed my asparagus in cold water and dried them. And now we're just going to cut these stems off. See the stems? And I'm going to cut them about up to here because we don't need all of this. This is woody anyway. It's not good to eat. See, I'm going to cut them to about here. I'm adding some oil to my potatoes, and this is just vegetable oil and olive oil that I have mixed. Add some of that into there. Just going to toss them around with a spatula. And I'm going to add well, I was trying to prevent getting my hands dirty, but that's not helping. I'm going to add some onion powder. Not dirty, but oily. Yeah, add some of that. Garlic powder. And I'm also going to add some Sazon Complete. It has all your seasonings in there. And I'm going to toss that around some more. Make sure you have seasonings all over. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And now our asparagus. These are going into the garbage. And like I said, I've already washed these and I dried them. Now I cut the stems off. Excuse me. I'm going to add the same thing, some olive oil and vegetable oil that I have mixed together. Some garlic powder. onion powder. Adding some salt. It's enough of that. And some pepper. Pepper. And the same thing, we're going to toss so everything is well covered, and my oven is on 475 and it's ready to go. Make sure you get them all covered. Well, that's pretty good. I have a non-stick pan, but I'm still going to add a little oil just for some reassurance. I'm going to add in my potatoes, the cut side down. And these are going to stay in the longest because they're the ones that take the longest to cook. And see, they're different sizes. You can make them uniform if you like, just close to the same size as you possibly can. But otherwise, it'll just take some patience. All that flavor. And then we're going to add our asparagus. And you're going to have to watch these because, of course, your asparagus is going to cook quite fast. And you're just looking for tenderness. So when they're tender, we're going to take them out. Scoot over, you have cousins. Alrighty, rinse my hands off. And I just wanted you to see that my rack is not at the very last, but the one just above that, and that's where we want to put our potatoes and asparagus. Gonna let those do their thing. Make sure you go in and toss it around, and it was cooking faster than I wanted it to, so I just brought the rack up another notch. And if that happens to you, you do the same. Okay, our asparagus is ready. Took all of about 12 minutes or so. You don't want to overcook them. Let's take these out. And our potatoes are still getting down. Of course, they have a little ways to go. Get these out of there. We're going to add a sprinkly dink of salt. And a sprinkly dink of pepper. And whoops. And I'm going to cover these with some foil and set them aside. Probably on top of the stove to keep them warm while we're cooking up our other goodies. Now I'm going to going to prepare our salmon. Okay, here's our salmon. And it was frozen. It's always better to get fresh if you can. But if you can, this is just as good. We can make it taste good. And it's pre-sliced, as you can see. I'm going to rinse it off in cold water and pat it dry. Rinse with cold water and pat it dry. So I'm going to add some black pepper. And like I said, fresh is best if you can get it. And I'm going to add some adobo seasoning. Lightly, because this has quite a bit of salt in it. You just want to give your fish a little bit of flavor. You don't want to overwhelm it with the salt and ruin the dish. And I did this backwards. I should have here I have some olive oil and some butter in this dish that I have melted. I should have brushed my fish first, but we're going to make this work. I should have brushed my fish first and then put the seasonings on. So I'm just going to tap it instead of brushing it to make sure that I don't rub the seasonings off. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Our potatoes are almost done. And I have the skin on also. I like the skin on. Because when you can get it to crisp up, it's really good. It's really tasty. Okay, you see our potatoes are almost there. By the time that our salmon cooks up, it's going to be good and ready. Place that there. Get on down there. Scoot those down a bit. Want to give them their space. I'm going to add a little more butter and olive oil. Be careful with that oil. You don't want to start a fire if you decide to do that. And back in we go. Our potatoes are done. Look at that. Just going to take these out. Yeah. And we're going to cover them to keep these warm as well. I'm going to sprinkle some salt over them. I'm going to sprinkle a little Parmesan and some parsley, dried parsley. And I'm going to drop this rack down again so that I can get these the salmon cooked up. What I'm going to do. Look. There you go. Not to the very last, but to the one before the last. And these won't be long. No, they won't be long. They're nice and crispy. And like I said, I'm going to add some salt, maybe some pepper also, because it'll stick right now. They're still hot. And the oil will help the pepper and the salt. And the Parmesan. Parmesan. I always say Parmesan. Get over there. And you know to do this, you know, to taste. Maybe you don't like it at all. You don't have to. You can add some sour cream, do it however you like to do it. Just make it taste good for you and your family. I'm just going to add a little of that, and that's dry parsley. When you cover, just cover. Don't cover them all the way up because it'll cause them to sweat and they'll get soft. And if you want the little crunch to stay on there, then just cover. Don't seal it. And there you have the salmon. Now let's put it all together. And the skin is crispy. I'm going to just show it to you. I don't know if you can hear, but it's nice and crispy. This is what you call a happy meal. Seriously. A happy meal. And there's our asparagus. And I also have some pesto here. And you can make this at home. This is just basil. It has some pine nuts in it. It has garlic in it. It has Parmesan cheese in it. And what else? And some olive oil. You can make it at home, but I didn't feel like it. So I took a shortcut. Let me add a little bit of this. Just to my fish. A little bit more. And there you have it. You have baked asparagus, baked potato, and baked salmon with pesto. Try it. You might like it. Remember to pray. Then pray some more. Pray for her, pray for him, pray for you. Pray for them, pray for us. Don't stop praying. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Tap that bell if you haven't. Share with your friends and family. And comment. I would love to hear from you. Well, until next time, eat well and be well. Boop. Later.